What's up, everyone? Welcome back to the Dosage podcast. We're here live with, gosh, what episode is it even? Are we 117, 118? I don't remember now. My memory is failing me, and that's a problem. And we're also having failing technology right now as we're trying to get Lana in here. 118. Thank you, Batman. What's going on, everyone? Welcome to the Dosage Podcast. As you can see on my lovely TV monitor, there's a mirror of me. Cody's going to be running late. I don't know if he'll be on this first half of the show. We're doing 2 episodes tonight back to back, so stick with us. We're supposed to have special guest Andrea Lana, but she is not present. So, yes. Double me. You get double me here. So I don't know what's happening. Don't know if she'll be joining us now. But it is another episode of The Dosage. I apologize in advance. I have a little bit of a sore throat, so it's going to get a little different tone here tonight. But nonetheless, thank you guys for joining us. It is the year 2003 in gaming. ASMR, we can't even get her audio. The craziest thing, it was working, and now it's not. I have no clue what's happening. No, Cody. You'll stay because of Lana. Well, thank you. Thank you, guys. I don't even know if we're going to get her on. We got her little picture there from Discord. Let's try this. Let's see if we can just call her. Maybe we can get audio that way. We're trying something random here. We're live, ladies and gentlemen. This is what happens when you're live. You never know. And she didn't take my call. So I don't know what's happening with that. Did you hear my call? I tried to call you.
I'm downstairs.
Oh, you're joining me live in the studio.
Well, what else? I thought that's what you told me to do.
Oh, she's joining us live, ladies and gentlemen. We're in a pandemic, and she decides to come into the studio.
I will happily go back upstairs.
No, you're fine. Hop in. Hop in. I'll make room.
Make room with what? There's no chair.
We have them in the storage.
Okay, so go get it. I'm not going in there.
I'm live right now.
I can say hi.
No, I'm live.
Okay,
and I have to
then I'll
unhook.
go back upstairs.
Okay, then answer the Discord call. Get your phone. Answer the Discord call.
Just be on voice, you mean?
Yeah, if we can even get that to work. Take my call.
Like, you're seriously not just gonna go get me a chair?
No, I'm hooked up right now.
Okay.
I'm calling you.
No, I'm not upstairs, so I'm not going to answer it.
Oh, Lord. Welcome, everyone. You were 23 in the year 2003. I was 18. Cody was 10. I don't know if she got the call. We'll try again. We'll restart the episode because this has got to get trimmed out. This is obnoxious. I don't know if she answered because we can't hear. Maybe. This is exactly like the GM show. Because I don't know what's happening. So it was funny, too. 10 minutes before the show, we synced up. We got it all hooked up. And everything was fine. What's up, Will? 2 more days till your birthday, man. You're almost there. Did you get the call? Oh, she's saying, okay, let me try. And then we'll restart the episode because this is obnoxious. How'd the call go? It went terrible, Discord. Thanks.
Hey.
Can you hear me?
Mm-hmm.
Can everyone else hear Lana? Talk for me.
Hello.
You gotta keep talking so they can hear you.
Oh, hello. Hello, hello, hello. Hello. Hi. How are ya?
They hear. Okay, they hear you. We're gonna restart the episode and then we'll come in. Here we go. What is up, everyone? Welcome back to the Dosage podcast. We're live, episode 118. We had a bit of a false start before, but for those listening back, all that is trimmed out, so you have no clue what happened. We're here live on Twitch with Andrea Lana. Can you still hear me?
Hello.
Okay, good. I'm like, oh no, does she hear me? Can everyone hear her?
Really soft on my phone, and I don't know how to make it not soft.
That's a problem.
Oh, I fixed it. Okay,
You fixed it? You fixed it. Okay,
Yep.
She fixed it. We're good. So we're live, episode 118 of the Dosage. We're going to be talking about the year 2003 in gaming. So for those joining us here live, thank you so much. Great shout outs to all of us in chat so far. Ty, Trevor, Batman, Will Zono, almost birthday. Who else is here? Cody. You best not be watching and driving. Did I miss anyone? I don't think so. If I did, shout out. Anyways, welcome. 118, year 2003 in gaming. We have a lot to unpack here. To paint the picture, I was 18. You were... Lana?
In 2003?
Yeah.
I also turned 18.
You did. So, was that a year you would say you played a lot of gaming?
Oh, no. I would be shocked if I touched a video game console at all that year.
Really?
Even once.
Ty
Yeah.
was 2 years old.
Yeah. We all know. Ty, I'm old. Yep, we know.
You're old? Wow. I'm going to safely guess that when Ty was 2, then he was not playing a lot of games that year. I'm just going to guess and throw that out there. I apologize in advance, too. I got a cough drop, so if you can hear me chomping on that, I'm sorry. But as you can tell, my voice is a bit raspy tonight because I have children. We have children, I should say, because you're here with us tonight, Lana. And they bring home germs from school. Yay. And we have a 5-year-old that doesn't know how to cover his mouth when he coughs. So, what are you snacking on, Lana? We can't see you because we couldn't get that to work.
Oh, wow. Is it loud?
I mean, I heard clanking of dishware.
I am still eating my birthday cake. Believe it or not.
Birthday cake.
It's so good.
If you guys missed that stream, go back and check it out. We did sing her happy birthday. It was amazing. Trevor says you don't know Ty could have been a video game prodigy at 2. It's true. We don't know that. Let's find out if there are any games, though, from our lists that he did play, whether it be that year or years down the road. Now I have to issue a disclaimer. There were literally hundreds of games that came out in the year 2003. In previous episodes of All the Good Culture or The Dosage, we would have talked about them all. We found out that a 3-hour episode is not really ideal. So we've condensed it down and we've turned these episodes into to top 10 lists with honorable mentions. What we have left in there is some notable events that occurred, as well as a top 10 list of games that either rated or sold well that particular year. So that is the format for what you can expect in tonight's episode. Stick with us. We have a double episode. We're doing actually 2003 and 2004. So we'll go to an intermission and then return for the 2004 section. Hopefully Cody will be in participation by that one. If not, we will be stuck with the lovely Lana.
Rude.
It's not a bad
Stuck
thing.
with me.
I like getting stuck with you.
Okay, that's enough.
I mean, really? I'm complimenting you. Jeez. This is what I get. See? Can't say nice things about my wife.
Mm-hmm.
Let us begin the year 2003 in gaming. We were 18, but here are some notable events. February 14th, happy Valentine's Day. Nintendo released the Game Boy Advance SP, an enhanced version of the Game Boy Advance. Did you ever play that?
I do not think I ever played a Game Boy Advanced. No.
Really?
No. I might have played an original Game Boy twice. My friend Becky had one, and that was the only time I would have ever touched it, as if I went to her house and she let me play it. I did not have one myself. The first handheld I had was a Sega Game Gear.
Oh God, the Game Gear, the battery eater.
Yes. And I only had two games. Joe Montana Football and The Lion King or Aladdin? The Lion King. One of those two.
Probably both.
But I only had two games total.
Man. Shout out real quick to MX, Order of the Za. Resub times 17. You guys and your continued support continues to blow us away here. Thank you so much for that. It means the world. I'd say that with more energy, but this is about the energy I have tonight. But inside, I am very pleased, and thank you for that, MX. For just joining. I have a cough drop. Bear with me. You feel it. I feel it, man. I feel it. I'm so thankful for your guys' continued support. It's amazing. But
Man flu is hard on you, huh?
The man flu? Get out of here. Why did I invite you? See, this is why, this is boys club.
Yeah, because you can all be whiny, and no one will call you on it.
Is this happening right now? This is a live show or is it a podcast? Ty, don't you dare. Ty's supporting this in chat.
All the ladies listening know what I'm talking about. So.
We don't have ladies listening. They saw us and ran. Homie support home. It's true. Shout out MX was getting some hit by cars today. I was watching him play Fortnite. He should have won, but he got hit by a truck. That was a rough one. Ty says, I'm Team Lana. See, look, that's a t-shirt you need. Team Lana.
Lana is the best. Lana number one.
It's true.
I can't see chat because I can't have both open at the same time.
Your tablet don't work.
Nope, sure doesn't.
You could turn on the Xbox, turn the volume down, and go to Twitch on there, maybe.
That sounds like an awful lot of work.
It probably is.
Anyway.
Trevor says, I'm not a lady, but I know what she's talking about. My dad was the biggest whiner for any little cold. Colds are tough as a man, okay?
Yes. Mm-hmm.
Anyways.
Try bleeding for a week once a month for like 40, 50 years of your life.
That's enough of that. Let's talk about video games.
All right.
March 23rd. Nintendo stops production of the original Game Boy and Game Boy Color worldwide. Yes, Batman, ew. Willzona said, I loved the old Lord of the Rings movie game adaptations. They were awesome, and yes, Lana is awesome. Man, I'm going to start buying everyone chapstick. Anything that requires me to move off my bed is very tough. Too much work. Fact. April 1st, Enix Corporation and Squareco Limited officially merge, forming what we know today as Square Enix.
Holy crap, I did not know that.
Seriously?
Nope. I just thought they were always Square Enix. I had no idea.
No, it was Squaresoft and Squareco. and now they are joint, making some of the greatest games ever. June 12th, Obsidian Entertainment was founded. September 12th, Valve releases their game distribution software, Steam, out of beta. You guys may be familiar with Steam. Anyone? Raise some hands. Sounds familiar. Trevor is playing a Square Enix game at the moment. What are you playing, Trevor? September 23rd, Nintendo stops production of the NES and Super NES worldwide. Trevor says, with Steam. Trevor's playing Final Fantasy 14. Yeah, I didn't get into that one. Steam like smoke? Yes, exactly. Exactly. Nokia released the hybrid N-Gage handheld console and mobile phone. Do you remember that thing?
I literally have never heard of that
Really?
in my whole life. Nope.
I'm going to show you videos soon of the N-Gage. Remind me. It's going to
I will not do that.
It's going to change your life. Probably not. The first PlayStation Portable prototype is shown by Sony. So the PSP, which was actually a great handheld, very underrated. Nintendo states that its next-gen console will be fully compatible with the GameCube, which will become known as the Wii. Wii! So those are some notable events. Obviously, so much more happened in the year 2003, but we would be here all evening. Some of you might not mind that. Some of you might. I don't know. Are you all right? Do you need a lozenge? Only 2 games were movie adaptation. One was based on books, says Will Zona. He's giving us facts right now on The Lord of the Rings. One game to rule them all. You mind that very much this time? All right, top 10 lists. So, you struggled.
I did.
Did you get a top 10?
I got 10. I'm pushing it on a couple of them, but I got 10.
And that's it. You don't have any honorable mentions.
No, 0.
Nothing.
Zero.
Nothing notable. You're like, I heard of that.
There was literally nothing. I mean, there's nothing that I even thought I might have played. 0 things. Just wait till you hear my top 10. You're gonna absolutely laugh. You're just gonna laugh. It's gonna be the most ridiculous top 10 list ever created for the year 2003. I promise.
Huh. Ty says number 1 is Ty. If you guys have a top 10 list, feel free to chat along with us, and we'll shout them out. If you want to quick browse while we're doing this, head on over to Wikipedia. There is a year 2003 in gaming article, which lists everything and release dates. If you want to browse that just to kind of build a last-minute top 10, or even start preparing one for 2004, feel free to participate with us during the show. We'd love to hear your thoughts, too. And we're going to keep doing these for every single year up until the current year for these shows. So if you want to have that prepared ahead of time, let us know. Since you don't have any honorable mentions, I will hit you with mine. Mario Golf Toadstool Tour. Assuming you didn't play that.
Nope.
All right. Not one of the greatest golf games, the new golf game, which unfortunately I haven't played a lot of yet, but it is already better than that one. Not that it's bad, but Toadstool Tour is not great. But it is an honorable mention because it's still a Mario game. Silent Hill 3. If you know anything about me, I love scary games. Silent Hill 3 continued the scary game trend and interest for me. Honorable mention from Ty is Tyrone's Funhouse Disco Edition. That's not a game. WWE WrestleMania 19. I played this on, from what I remember, the GameCube, and it was a fun game. Not as notable as other wrestling games at the time, but it was still fun. The Simpsons Hit and Run. I'll get a lot of flack for this because a lot of people cherish this game and have been begging for a remake for years. And I don't blame them. It is well deserving of a remake. To get that license, though, would be possibly tough with Disney owning it. I am anxiously anticipating the Arcade 1-Up Simpsons arcade game, and I am not anxiously awaiting that price tag. Pre-orders are supposed to go up this week, but I'm getting very nervous about that because I don't even see a placeholder on retailer sites. But I love The Simpsons. I love anything, for the most part, that they've put out. Trevor says, don't have a full list, but looking at games that came out that year, Manhunt, Double Dash, Wind Waker would definitely be on the list. So yeah, there you go. There's some nods. Do those games make your list? Let us know as we go through our top 10. Backyard Wrestling, don't try this at home. I know this is a crap game. And for anyone listening to this that says it should be or should not be an honorable mention, I don't care because I love wrestling, and Backyard Wrestling was especially at age 18, an important part of my life at that time. And yes, it's unsafe, and yes, you shouldn't do it, but I was 18, and I did it. And then they made a game out of it because it was a huge trend. And Rob, if he was here, would talk about the DVDs that he has. He has a few volumes of Backyard Wrestling, and they definitely do stupid things. And then they definitely have shots of topless women. So, of course, at 18, that's what we wanted to watch and do. No comment from Lana.
I'm not. I already knew the story, so it's not surprising to me.
Oh, okay.
Excuse me.
Ty says, every time I don't have a top 10 list, the top 10 list will just be me. Fair. Mario Party 5, because you can't have literally almost any year in the 2000s without a Mario Party game, and then at least, giving them a shout out, because good or bad, those games are still fun, and definitely have played each and every one of them. Some are standouts, but this one was a mention. And last on the list, I would have put it in my top 10, but I couldn't justify it. I don't know why, but I think I leaned on this side that it was just a collection of games that were already released, and I actually have it here. I don't have the original case because this was a very hard to find thing, and it's still hard to find somewhat to this day. You can still stumble across it. I still have the receipt too, with a 14-day return policy at Electronics Boutique in Grand Rapids. Raymond, thank you. You helped me that day. That day was January 12th, 2005. So, what it is a GameCube game called The Legend of Zelda Collector's Edition. And it had a bunch of the Zelda games, including Ocarina of Time, the original NES Zelda, and a few other ones. But I paid $45 for it, no case. My 14-day, yeah, it's expired. But this is a somewhat hard to find thing. If I had the original case, it'd be worth much, much more. We do need a new collection of Zelda. That is a fact. I'm really disappointed that they dropped the ball on the anniversary of Zelda this year. The only thing that we're getting that I'm not disappointed by, but a Game & Watch for Zelda. And then, of course, the Skyward Sword HD. But I'm excited for the Game & Watch Zelda. But literally, that's all we're getting. I wish they would have done the 3D collection that they did for Mario with Zelda. Unfortunately, they're not. That we know of as of yet. They still could be. And yes, Skyward Sword does come out this Friday. I'm super excited about that. They might announce something after the release and sales numbers come in for Skyward Sword. Who knows? But they did kind of drop the ball here in 2021 on the anniversary of Zelda. But again, who knows? It was earlier this week or late last week, Nintendo just was like, hey, guess what? An OLED Switch is coming out in October. Okay, nobody asked for that. They've been asking for a 4K Switch, but we're not getting that. So who knows? Nintendo does whatever the hell they want to do whenever they want to do it. And they will continue doing that, and will continue supporting their stuff. Top 10, though. Lana, I've talked a lot. Why don't you pick...
have.
I have. I'm sorry.
That's okay.
Top 10. We'll go back and forth. But I'll have
So
Yeah.
I'm starting. Okay. My number 10 in 2003 is SimCity 4. I think I've played it maybe twice. maybe a few times. I'm sure you forced me to play it because you absolutely love
Forced.
these.
Forced. I love that
They're not
narrative.
my favorite. The SimCity games are not my favorite. I can play them for like 45 minutes and then I'm like, I need a tornado to come and just kill everybody. I'm bored. So,
Wow.
um, yeah. I looked it up. I guess it was the first one in 3D. The other ones were all 2D. So I thought that was interesting.
Yeah, because you actually rotate the camera and zoom in. It was.
Yeah.
Um,
I said it was more realistic than the previous iterations of it. So I thought that was interesting.
I had
And
that
I do
laptop.
remember it.
Go ahead.
Yeah. Yeah. No, that you have the laptop that you used to play it on. I remember that.
Yes, that's where you would have played it because I put a lot of time into that real kind of crappy laptop that ultimately died. Remember the disk drive on that thing kept popping out?
Yep. It would just pop out.
Yeah, that thing was a piece of crap.
Yeah, but at least you had it. It was nice.
It
I think
was.
didn't Les get it for you?
Yes,
I
it,
feel
it was a gift. It was an Acer laptop. I mean, nothing high end by any means, but I applied for my first credit card on it. I
that went well.
it did. It went really well. Don't do that.
That was a solid choice.
Had MySpace on it,
Oh, MySpace.
so I still have that laptop. It's in our storage.
That is, I'm just shocked.
I'm
This is
not.
sarcasm.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is sarcasm.
Trevor failed a computer class because of SimCity. Not that version though. Number 10 for Ty. Tyron. Diaper Days 2.
I don't think Ty is taking this assignment seriously.
He has not. He fails. Will says MySpace. Damn, I'm old.
Same.
Those were the
All
glory
right,
days.
what's your number 10?
So number 10 for me was Star Wars Knights of the Old Republic, or KOTOR, which people call it.
I saw that on there and I was like, oh, I bet I would like that game if I have ever played it, but I haven't. So.
It is on the Xbox 2 feet from me right now.
Yes, but I can't do what I normally do on nights when you have shows because I have to be here.
Blame Cody.
So. Okay.
It's true. Number 10 for Batman is Sonic Heroes.
I don't think I ever played that game.
I don't remember it well enough. Will says, oh, Star Wars, I live and breathe a galaxy far, far away. Hashtag blame Cody from Trevor. But yeah, Star Wars Knights of the Old Republic. Great game that led us into what Mass Effect would become. If you don't know the history of that. Almost identical gameplay. So, like, I already know Lana would enjoy it because she loves Mass Effect. But I don't know if she would love it because it's dated, is the best way to describe it.
Yeah. That's why I had a problem with Morrowind.
It's even more dated than that.
Yeah.
It's
I
a
give
good
it a
game.
shot.
I mean, as you should. The story itself is good. It's worth playing through to this day just to say you've done it, and it's still a good experience. Just, it's one of those things that has not aged well in gaming, and you'll find that often with a lot of games that when you get used to certain mechanics, going back to things is a bit rough. And
Difficult.
it is. Will says we got a new Mass Effect coming in the year or two. Another one? Do we? That's exciting. How far are you in the remasters, Lana?
I just got to like the Citadel, became a Spectre, and then started being able to go out and do other planets.
Okay. So you're not very far.
No.
Have you been playing that, or did you bounce back to something else?
I have been watching Schitt's Creek. So I haven't played games in a while.
She's up Schitt's Creek instead. See what happens.
Without a paddle.
Without a paddle. Trevor's already on Mass Effect 2.
It's
iRob
okay.
has already beat all 3. He beat all 3 in the first 10 days.
Get it, Rob.
Yeah, he conquered it. He's a big fan of those games, though. So,
I go through these periods where I'm like super in the mood to play games, and then not. So I don't know. It just depends on how I'm feeling.
same. So I find myself just kind of playing open world games when I have time, because then I could just run around and do things.
Yeah.
Will's going to send us the trailer. Yeah, please do. I'm intrigued with new Mass Effect stuff. Feel free to post it in the Dose of Nerd Acumen group, too. So there's also Discord. If you're not on there yet, Will, join our Discord. Feel free to share things like that you find. There's going to be someone in the group that is going to spark up a conversation and is excited about this stuff with you. Number 9. Back to you.
Back to me. Number 9. I'm going to get crucified for this.
Ooh.
GTA 3.
Yes, you are, because...
Oh, yeah. Wait till you see my top 3, though. Just wait. It's going to get worse. But
question, though, on GTA 3.
Uh-oh.
Was technically GTA 3 did not come out this year.
Oh. Okay.
So GTA 3 was ported to the Xbox this year. It was available on the PlayStation 2 2 years prior.
Right, but I thought I asked you that because I only ever played it on the Xbox. Okay, whatever. Well,
I mean, you can technically count it. I just have to put an asterisk on this. So Trevor says it counts. I'll count it. I just have to put an asterisk because it was already out. It wasn't a brand new release.
Okay.
So there's an asterisk.
I have only played it maybe once or twice anyway. I know that it was like a big breakthrough in the series. It got really, really popular, and I vaguely remember the story points and stuff. But really, I think I've played it twice, maybe.
I just
ever.
You've never been big into GTA, and I don't understand it.
I am not good at timed missions. I'm not good at having a good aim. And I really hate when the police chase me. It's annoying as hell. I just want to run over people on the sidewalk.
I think there are going to be people that agree with you. I mean, it takes practice, and a lot of that practice came from just messing around in the sandbox stuff between missions and not rushing from mission to mission.
And
just exploring environments.
That's not how I play.
No.
If I'm playing a mission-based game, I'm here to play the missions. That's what I'm doing. Like, I don't want to run around and see restaurants. I'm not going into the strip club. Like, that's not.
You're missing out.
For me. Well, and that's the problem. Like, it's a game made specifically with dudes in mind. Like,
you're missing the digits.
It's not like you can go to a male strip club and have sex with a stripper and then shoot him and get your money back. Like, you can't. Like, it's not really fun for me. It's not. I don't think.
Why do you think we shoot them? Why can't we
That was like the big controversy.
Not in this one.
I thought you could pick up prostitutes and.
No, I don't think that was introduced until. Well, prostitutes, yes, but I don't believe the strip clubs were introduced until Vice City.
Oh, well,
Batman says, "Hey, strip clubs and casinos all the time." See?
Yeah, I mean that's not my jam. Sorry.
Trevor
like I
says,
said, I don't think I'm the demographic for this game.
I mean, that's fine. Trevor says, I have... Thank you for the host, Rated. What's up, man? Trevor says, I've put hundreds of hours in GTA 5 and never finished the non-online stuff. So you never finished the main story? Fun fact, I 100%ed GTA 5 in 10 days. Before the online component even launched for the game. I had all achievements, everything 100% complete. It was at the time that I just ended working on film sets, and right before, like literally a week and a half before I started at GameStop. You remember me sitting on that game, like a lot.
Yes.
I was obsessed with that game. It was so good. I was that way with GTA 4 though, too. Because it was literally a month after we went to New York City.
Oh yeah, that's right. Yeah, I remember you running around in the map and pointing out all the locations, and yep, I remember that now.
I did that with Watch Dogs as well in Chicago.
Yep, yep.
I just thought it was cool. Which you were doing with Watch Dogs Legion because you had been to London.
And what I've done with the GTA games when they, even though it's back in time,
Assassin's Creed.
because that's what I meant, yeah, because they're all over Italy, and I've been to a bunch of places in Italy, so it's kind of fun to see,
Mm-hmm.
you know. But yeah, yep.
Speaking of places, Trevor says you should see all the shit I have online, though. Flying car, mobile bases, other stuff. Yeah, see, I didn't get too heavy into the online. That wasn't for me. Because every time I'd log in, I'd get shot. And I was like, this is not fun. And I know you could turn on passive mode, but it wasn't for me. I don't play a lot of online. Halo's my rare one. And I think it's because I'm okay at it. Anyways, number 9 for me. Anyone want to add there? Number 9. True Crime, Streets of LA. This was a wannabe GTA. The thing that the game did really well was the enormous size and scope of the game. The thing that it didn't do very well was everything else. But I enjoyed, again, exploring and just messing around. It was a game I never finished. It was a game I just literally, all I did was mess around in. And to me, that was fun. It was like a glorified driving simulator in a massive world. Rated says loading in and getting killed was a way to say welcome to GTA. Yes, it was. Trevor says there was a way to get a broken lobby so no one could join unless you invited them. Will says I sent the link to personal message and the DNA face. Thank you for that. I will definitely check it out and join our Discord too. ! Discord if you want to join that in our chat. The link will be there if you put that in. So yeah, that was my number 9. If anyone wants to add theirs, feel free. Back to you, number 8.
Number 8, Crash Nitro Kart.
Oh yeah.
I loved the Crash Bandicoot series when I was in like high school. I thought they were so much fun. I was not very good at them by any stretch, but I thought they were really, really fun. Specifically the second game.
Will says,
which I played more than the first.
We got to get you playing the Crash Remaster then. Show us your skills.
I am not good at all. I'm terrible. And I've played it since then, and I'm even worse than I was back then. But I had a PS1, and I played on it quite a bit before I really got into like sports and stuff, because after sports, I just didn't have time. Yeah. But I loved like the Mario Kart games, which I'd been playing since the first one or whatever, but this one was really, really fun. I know it's kind of a terrible game. I don't think it's very good, but I had fun with it from what I remember.
The one I enjoyed was the Crash Team Racing, and then they remastered that on the Switch as well.
Now I'm starting to wonder if I thought this one was Crash Team Racing.
Maybe, because I don't remember the Nitro one. They might be one and the same. Correct me if anyone knows, but I couldn't recall, so I didn't even add it as an honorable mention. Yeah. And speaking of your PS1, we have it on display on our bookshelf.
Yes.
I cleaned it all up.
I had a zip-up CD case that I kept all my games in.
Oh, man. I think we still have that, too.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure we do. It's that black one.
Will asks, have we played Crash 4? Yes, we have played Crash 4. I am not very far in it, but I have played it. Number 8 for Batman is Rayman 3. Those are fun games, the Rayman games. My number 8 is Mario and Luigi Superstar Saga. You have played, I think, this one on the DS.
Is this... I thought I remembered this one. Is this like the one that connects to the other game or something like that?
Bowser's Inside Story and all that other stuff?
Maybe. I don't know.
Yes. Because it got ported to the DS, and we have it on the DS. It was originally a GBA game.
Okay. Well, maybe that should take the place of Crash Nitro Kart. Because now I'm like 95% sure that I thought it was Crash Team Racing. So...
Make it adjustments.
Okay, at this point, I have a top 8. So,
We have a goal. While that's going off, I'm going to drink water.
well, what's going off? Oh, a goal. Oh, that's right. I can't hear it.
It's like 23 seconds. It's
His
obnoxious.
little laugh at the end kills me. It's so funny.
Stop.
Haunted Mansion for GameCube. Yes, Will. That was a good one, too. The GameCube itself is an underrated system. It's one of those ones that I want to get back in my collection, but I'm not paying the premium that people are asking for. Number 7, back to you.
Okay, number 7 is Mario Kart Double Dash.
What? Number 7?
Yep. Just wait. Just wait. You are going to want to murder me by the time we get to number 1. I'm so excited.
Ty, hit that music. Now we have an inside joke. Ty knows what I'm talking about.
Okay. That's not funny to anybody except for the people that know the inside joke.
Exactly. That's the point of an inside joke. That's why it's funny for us and not you.
Okay, yeah. But yeah, I think I played Mario Kart Double Dash like maybe twice. And I actually played it with our friend Ben. He had it when we were at school, I think, is when we probably would have played it. But I've only played it like once or twice. That's it.
Rated says that needs to be a redemption sound. Or see, Rated knows the inside joke too.
Okay, cool.
I'm disappointed because like Double Dash, we'll get to it later. I'm disappointed in you right now.
I'm sorry.
I want you to know that.
I'm sorry. I don't really care if that matters.
See, guys, like this is what I have to deal with.
You married me, bro.
Don't get on her bad side is all I'm saying. Anybody.
Oh God, what's happening? Who's getting on my?
No, I'm just saying a forewarning.
Oh.
Don't get on your bad side. Just make sure to please her. Anyways, Lana's sleeping in bed tonight and Trevor's on the couch. We have a super comfy couch, so I'm not even mad about that. Plus, it's in the basement. I prefer being in the basement. That's where I grew up, was in the basement, and it's much cooler and quieter in the basement. And yes, that is my job, Trevor. Thank you for pointing that out.
Oh my gosh. Okay.
Will Zona is a gentleman. He's kind to women.
A mother, father, gentleman.
Really?
I'm just
quoting Psy. Number 7, if anyone adds theirs in chat, I will call it out for you. But my number 7, I don't have an original copy of this game. I fortunately, have a few copies of this game because I have a problem.
Yes, you do.
Final Fantasy, not X, but X2 came out this year. This is the PS3 version of it. I also have it on the PS4 and Vita. And for a short period of time, I considered the Switch version as well. Why, you ask? If you haven't played these games, then you don't know and you won't understand. If you have played these games, you know and you understand. That's all I have to say. Okay, I'll say more. Final Fantasy X X2 added so much more to the Final Fantasy series. It added incredible cinematics. It added voice dialogue for the first time in the franchise. And it's just an incredible story. Play Final Fantasy X as well as X2 if you get a chance. Seriously, do it. We keep all the ugly in the basement, says Rated. Well, damn.
Oh, ouch.
Ty's not kind to anyone but Cody at this point. Damn. Apparently it's just shade hour. Is it bright down here? Someone trying to give me shade?
Oh, wow. That's what we're doing now?
That's what we're doing. Batman says their number 7 is Devil May Cry 2. That's a good game. I have DMC 5 on the PS5, and it's really good. Don't want me to get sunburned. I do actually have a fun sunburn. So we went to the zoo this past weekend, and I wore my hat backwards, and it's a snapback. So I have a tan line where the snaps are. It's really cool looking. Luckily, I don't have to go anywhere, so no one sees. Ty likes shade. I mean, it was nice getting sun and being outside. There's a lot of walking, though. Sun died, Travis, yeah. I can tan. It is possible. Anyways, back to you for number 6.
All right, my number 6 is The Sims Bustin' Out.
Lord.
It was the first Sims game that was not on PC, and it was mission-based, which I really liked. There was like a story that you could follow instead of it just being like the free open Sims world. And I thought it was fun.
How many hours did you put into it?
I don't know. Not a ton. Like, I haven't played this one as much as like what was like the urban one, the city one.
Herbs.
Is that what it was called? The herbs. I put a lot of time into the herbs, but I did not put as much time into this one. But I do remember it. There's like a landlord, and he's running around town stealing people's shit, so that like to take for their rent or something, or he takes their houses, and your job is to go out and get rich and famous so that you can buy all the possessions back for the people and kick the guy out of town or something like that. Something along those lines.
Kind of sounds like Animal Crossing.
Well, and it's yeah. They're not as cute though. But like it's a mix of like some of the expansion packs from the first PC game. So like Superstar, and then some of the expansion packs that or not the expansion packs, but like the stuff pack. So it was like a mix of a whole bunch of different stuff, but they had it on systems instead of the PC, which is probably why I didn't play it too much, because I didn't have a system at this point, I don't think, other than the PS1.
Gotcha.
But I'm pretty sure I played this one like retrospectively, probably after you and I got together, because I don't think I played it back in 2003. So
yeah, because we had started collecting them shortly after we started dating.
Well, I mean, I collected Sims 1 and every single expansion pack.
Right.
Well before we met. But yes, after that, I still did the same for Sims 2 and stuff. So
yeah. The Ty says, or kill the landlord. Kill him.
Well, and then in the campaign, I don't think you could kill him. It wasn't like you could trap him in the pool, and pull out the ladder, or get him to cook something without learning the cooking skill. So otherwise, yes, that would have been a solid plan.
You guys are morbid for doing that. So dark and
I love when you killed them and the little ghosts would come back around the house and they would leave like little puddles sloshing in your house wherever they floated.
Well, here's the thing. They knew people were going to do this stuff, or else they wouldn't have programmed that in the game.
Absolutely.
So they know how morbid gamers are.
Well, they expect the absolute worst out of us, because let's be honest, that's what we give them. So.
Well, not only that, I bet you the people who did quality control in the damn game or beta testing just screwed around trying to break it and would just do that kind of stuff. And you'd be like, you know what? It'd be cool. Add this.
Murder.
Yeah. So that's probably how they added that stuff.
Probably.
Ty says, yep, they knew I'd burned down my house several times. Yeah, we ain't going to talk about making macaroni and cheese in that game.
Oh, my God.
So that was the first series that I did for DNA, was The Sims. The people that worked for DNA at the time were all think of the real world, right? And that's what we basically did with the household. And my character just had zero culinary skill. And it was bad. It was bad. I died on stream a few times. But yeah. Batman's...
Yeah,
Go ahead.
You burned the house down, didn't you?
I did. I started a fire and then I danced in the
burned
fire.
the whole house down.
And I danced in the fire. And I died.
Standing outside the fire?
No.
Which is a reference you're not going to get because you hate country music.
Yeah,
so never mind.
Let's move on. Vampire Hunter D for PS2. I've heard of that one. I have not played that. Star Trek Elite Force 2 was Batman's number 6. Ty says The Sims again, but with Ty as every character. Jesus. Man. Ty, do you want a show on DNA? I feel like that he needs a show. Good morning, Bullet. If you're wondering why he's saying good morning, they're from Australia. It's a almost 12-hour time difference.
Wowza.
So, welcome to the show, Bolt. Hope you're doing well this morning for you, evening for us. Something else me and Trevor agree on. Country music is awful. See, Trevor, we can be friends. We agree on things. Number 6 for me is SimCity 4. As mentioned earlier, I played this a lot on that laptop I had. For those that don't know about me, I love simulation games. So it was kind of a no-brainer. If it's a good SimCity type game or simulation game, I'm going to play it, and I'm going to put a lot of hours into it. Just like Cities. I've put too much time into that game. You should try Green Hell. What's Green Hell? I'm intrigued. Send me a message. I need to look up Green Hell now. That is my number 6. What is your number 5?
My number 5 is Pokemon Ruby.
Ruby.
Mm-hmm. Which, again, I definitely didn't play it when this came out. I bet I played it retrospectively on, like, the 3DS or the Nintendo DS.
The Alpha and Omega Ruby and Sapphire remasters.
Okay, whatever.
It's the same game, though.
And because I remember the starter Pokemon on this one, because you picked Trico, because you always pick the green Pokemon or whatever they are, the plant Pokemon or whatever. And I picked Torchic because I almost always pick the fire Pokemon starter. So
You start off stronger.
yeah. Plus, I mean, I love Charmander, and I almost always love whatever the fire Pokemon is to start. So
Ty says, Mudkip, I know your favorite episode of Pokemon is the Charmander episode.
Charmander being left out in the rain.
His torch is going out.
Oh my gosh. Ugh.
I like Jigglypuff.
Yes, he's your favorite.
Jigglypuff is an asshole, and I love Jigglypuff. Pikachu is a close second. What's up, Storm? Ty loves Mudkip. Now, here's the thing about Jigglypuff. If you've seen the anime, you know how amazing he is, and you know how much of a dick he is. Jigglypuff sings you to sleep, and then he writes on your face. That is a college party. That's funny.
You're not wrong. You're not wrong.
That's funny. Like, he's an amazing character. Like, out of all the characters and the powers and things they do, like, Jigglypuff is amazing. He's so happy. He's always singing. I love music. I love to sing to music. And I will not confirm or deny if I have ever written on anyone that has passed out at a party before.
Oh, you definitely have. Come on now.
Nope. Not saying.
Okay. If you pass out with your shoes on, you're fair game.
True.
So.
Very true.
But yeah, that was my number 5.
Chat, if you want to throw in your number 5, we're doing the top 10 of 2003. Stick around, we're doing a double episode tonight for those just joining us. We're going to jump into 2004. There's a Wikipedia article if you want to check it out, 2004 in gaming, if you want to compile a top 10 list for that. Stick with us tonight, and you can chat along with us and give us your list as we go along. SimCity 4 from Batman for number 5. Good pick. As mentioned, is a game I put a lot of time into. Will Zona says Jigglypuff steals the show for you. See? You can't hate Jigglypuff. He's just amazing. I need a plushie of Jigglypuff. That needs to be a thing.
Oh, that would be a good idea.
Yep, that would make me happy. Almost as happy as my companion cube. Almost. Number 5, Kirby, if it came out that year. Ty loves Kirby. Nothing wrong with Kirby. Pokemon Sapphire's Bullets, number 5. My number 5 is actually worth a significant amount of money now. If you go online to try to find this, a decent quality copy of this goes anywhere from $50 to hundreds of dollars. Mine was a used copy, so already the quality was not superior. But it is in, I want to say, good quality. I paid $20 for it back in the day. I did not keep the receipt for this one. I'm notorious for keeping receipts. It might be in another game case. But my number 5 pick is Jurassic Park Operation Genesis. Simulation game, but you build a Jurassic Park theme park. Incredible, right? again, something, if you don't know anything about me, my favorite film of all time is Jurassic Park. I love simulation games. Bingo. You put those things together, I'm going to have a fun time. And they're actually coming out with yet another Jurassic Park builder game, Jurassic World builder game here in the next year or so. I'm super excited for that. But this was on the original Xbox. I put a lot of time into this. It was really good. Batman says, good game. Great game, excuse me. Operation Genesis on the GBA. How does it play on the GBA? That's intriguing. Pokemon Sapphire. Love Kirby. Trevor likes Snorlax. You've been called a Snorlax when you had sleep apnea. I like that you say you had. That means you've beat it, which is fantastic because that is very dangerous and scary. Jurassic World Evolution. Yes, there is a Jurassic World Evolution, but there is a sequel coming out for it that was announced at E3. So I'm super excited for that. Number 4. What's your number 4?
My number 4 is Mario Party 5.
Ooh, that was an honorable mention of mine.
Yes, I heard that, and I knew this list was going to go terribly after that point.
Ooh.
This game, and I thought it was funny that you put it as an honorable mention. This game is the first game that included coin or star redistribution, which meant that you could win every mini game and collect all of the coins, but still end up last. This is the first game that did that, which I know is your favorite thing about the Mario Party games. So maybe that's why you put it in your honorable mention.
It's not. I have to fact check something here. Bullet. I
read that in the Wikipedia page, sir.
I like that you did research. I didn't know that. Lana out here doing her homework.
Yes, sir.
Bullet said number 4 for them is Halo 2. Unless it came out on PC, that came out in 2004.
But for Mario Party 5, it added Toad, Boo, and Koopa Kid as playable characters. And you actually can't play as Donkey Kong because he is a featured space in the game.
Oh, man.
He triggers like events, coin events that you can play.
I'm alright with that. I like Boo. Boo's a good character.
Yeah, it was the first time you could play as Toad, Boo, or Koopa Kid.
Huh. They are doing from the first few games, a Mario Party collection type game this fall.
Are they?
Yes.
Pikachu!
Thank you for the host, iRob. Which they announced that at the E3 show we covered. Fully assuming that we're going to be doing something with that this fall. So be on the lookout on the channel for that.
Yeah, I love Mario Party. I think it's a lot of fun.
100-bit donation from iRob. Hip hip hooray. Thank you for that. Number 4 for Batman is The Simpsons Hit and Run. Will says, I know this isn't 2004, but the only game I've beaten on Super Nintendo was Disney's Aladdin. That is a tough game. I have to give you credit for that. Bullet had it on PC. Okay, fair. I did not have it on PC. My number 4 is considered one of the best wrestling games of all time. And it is SmackDown Here Comes the Pain, with one of the greatest wrestlers of all time on the cover.
Oh my gosh.
Which, can you guess?
Yeah, I know who it is. It's Brock. Brock Lesnar. Because I looked at this game thinking, oh, maybe I played that game, but I don't think this is the one that I played. No, so I didn't put it on my list.
You played SmackDown vs. Raw. I think that's when you first
started
playing.
There you go. Yeah. Okay.
Season mode was in this. Statistics, storylines, attribute building. I had Slaughter, $1 Million Man, Snuka, and more. Improved grappling.
Definitely had Slaughter of Snuka, wasn't it?
It had the Elimination Chamber and Bra and Panty.
Oh, well, that's important.
It was.
You didn't laugh at my joke, and I'm very sad about it just now.
What did you say? I missed it.
I said it definitely had Slaughter mode if Jimmy Snuka was in it.
Wow. That's what we're doing here, huh?
No? Okay. I thought it was funny.
That's dark. The best is always Cena and Bret Hart, says Will Zona. You got Trevor to laugh, but Trevor likes that dark stuff. So.
Thanks, Trevor. Thanks for having my back. I knew I'd get somebody.
Man.
Come on, it was funny.
disgusting, Lana.
Oh, it's disgusting. Okay.
Continuing on. Number 3.
My number 3 is Jurassic Park Operation Genesis.
Good pick.
When you and I like very first got together on that Xbox, I played the crap out of this game. Played it a lot. I mean, it's basically Zoo Tycoon with dinosaurs, and I love the Zoo Tycoon games. So I had a blast with this.
You do. We got you. I need another cough drop. We got you Zoo Tycoon on the Xbox One when that launched.
Yep, I remember that too. And I still play the Ultimate Edition that we have downloaded in like Xbox Live or whatever the hell they call it now.
Game Pass.
Thank you, that one. But yeah, I love this game. It was super fun. It was a great time. Trying to figure out where to place the food smelly things so the dinosaurs would come close to the cages, and it was fun. I like this game.
Bullet says Bloody Raid is my number 3. For my number 3, Need for Speed Underground. This brought me back into the racing game series, mostly because there was like customizable stuff that you could do, and a pretty good soundtrack on it as well. So Need for Speed Underground was a lot of fun. Unfortunately, it's one of the last Need for Speed games that I truly got into as well. Man, losing my voice. I apologize.
Yeah, you are.
Rada says, I'll share my top 10 lists. You're making dinner? What are you making? Batman is number 3 with Jurassic Park Operation Genesis.
Same.
Look at that. Twins.
Twinning.
Number 2.
Wait, what was your number 3?
I just told you, Need for Speed Underground.
Oh, that's right. Oh my god, I need a nap. Okay, my number 2. This is where it gets good, guys. Come to me for all your top 10 list needs, okay? The Sims Superstar expansion pack.
I'm just shaking my head for those I can't see.
I know. Just wait for number 1. I was obsessed with The Sims. I'm still pretty obsessed with The Sims. I have it on my phone, on the Xbox, on everywhere I can get it. I love these games. I will always love these games. The first one I spent on my home computer, I mean, hours and hours and hours and hours and hours. I love these games. And the expansion packs from the first one are so good. In Superstar, they gave you Studio Town, where you can visit in order to maintain your fame and your career. You know, you start out like playing guitar in the streets for money, and then you end up playing in these big, concert halls or art studios or whatever it is that you choose to be. It's the first time that you got to follow your sim to work and could kind of like control their job a little bit more than just someplace you went for 8 hours while you sped up the time. There were also cameos in the game by Avril Lavigne, Andy Warhol, Marilyn Monroe, John Bon Jovi, and Richie Sambora from Bon Jovi, Christina Aguilera, Freddie Prinze Jr., Sarah McLachlan, and Jennifer Lopez. They were all like characters in the game that you could interact with or do things with. It was super fun.
Can you elaborate on the do things with?
And you can just hang out with them and learn how to be a superstar, Trav. It's not that kind of game. They blur your genitals. Like, come on.
There was the Playboy Mansion game.
I did not play that game.
It was basically The Sims.
This game was a lot of fun. I loved it. I thought it was so cool. You could, play out your dreams of being an actress or singing or whatever you wanted to do. I had a blast with it. I absolutely loved it. It was so much fun.
Well, you've piqued my interest. I didn't know Avril was in a video game.
I put that note in there specifically because I knew that you would react to it.
Thanks. You know me so well.
You are predictable.
And Travis the Hub wasn't around back then. The Sim was closest to it, says Rated. I don't know.
It was fun.
Really intrigued by learning how to be a superstar by Avril Lavigne. Call me. Teach me your ways.
Call me, beat me. Call me. What is it? Call me.
Whoa.
Something if you want to reach me. Call me, beat me if you want to reach me. Kim Possible.
I don't know.
Anyway.
Okay. Awkward. Number 2, Bullet number 2, Here Comes the Pain. Good choice. Batman number 2, FIFA 2004. Good choice. I'm terrible at the FIFA games, but they're good games nonetheless. Bullet still plays Here Comes the Pain. I would if my PlayStation was hooked up. Rated says, call me, beat me if you want to reach me.
Thank you, Rated. I knew it was something like that.
The fact that you guys know this stuff, that's...
It's Kim Possible.
I didn't watch Kim Possible.
I mean, I can't imagine. Yeah. Anyway.
What is that?
Like,
no, hold up. Finish that thought. You're playing with fire.
I
right now.
don't necessarily think it would have appealed to your demographic at the time. How about that? We'll say that.
I watched the Powerpuff Girls.
Yeah, but that was when we were younger. So Kim Possible, the only reason that I really watched it was because it hit my sister's timeline. Like, it was on Nickelodeon when she was really into Nickelodeon. It was a little after our time, but I watched it because of her.
Didn't she steal the Power Rangers like sound effect for their watch?
I don't know the answer to that question.
It sounds so similar because I know the tone.
You're thinking of the Power Rangers beep?
Yeah, the Power Rangers and Kim Possible. The tone, like the sound effect, sounds
it's possible.
Similar.
Yeah, it's possible.
Like the note progression.
It's I mean, it's entirely possible. I don't know. I don't know for sure, but
Rated says Kim Possible is Disney.
Oh, okay, that makes sense. Whatever, I said Nickelodeon. Sorry.
Batman says boo her for stealing Power Rangers. I don't know if it's stealing it. It sounds familiar. If anyone's watched it, Rated. Am I crazy for thinking that, or is it accurate? Oh my God, I need medicine.
You have medicine, don't you?
Yeah, I'm gonna be taking some after the show. This is bad. All right, number 1.
Are you prepared for this?
No, I'm not.
What do you think? What do you think it is?
I have no clue.
It is The Sims Making Magic.
I should have known that. I knew that was your favorite expansion.
It is literally my favorite. You can cast spells. You can forge charms. You could buy alchemy ingredients and mix them together in an alchemy set. There were many games that you could do with your magic. You could bake for the first time, and you could beekeep, so you could get nectar. And the game included a preview of The Sims 2, which I probably would have bought the expansion pack just for that because I was so excited. But it was so much fun. You could literally turn the neighbor into a bunny if they pissed you off. Like, you could... It was so much fun figuring out the spells to cast and stuff like that. It was a blasty blast. I loved it.
Rated confirms that Kim Possible's notification was close to the Power Ranger sound. Willzona says, is it like Harry Potter?
I mean, it's not, like, you literally have a magic wand and you learn magic spells. There's no Harry Potter references in the game whatsoever, but I think it was definitely capitalizing on that, because wasn't that around the time when the books, like, really started gaining popularity?
Yeah, because the first film had come out around this time, or a year or so before.
But the books were already out, obviously.
Yes,
so I think it was
late 90s, early 2000s.
Yeah, it was definitely capitalizing on that. It was, it was taking advantage of that popularity and throwing it into the game for sure. But it was so much fun to run around and just play with the spells that you could learn and figure out how to learn new spells. It opened up yet more towns that you could go into to buy items or to learn things and to buy books, and it was just a bigger expansion on, like, this already super fun game, and I had a blast with it. I loved it. I still went back even after, like, The Sims 2 came out with all of their expansions and played the original for Making Magic. I had so much fun.
Batman's number 1 is Star Wars Knights of the Old Republic. Ty says Making Magic. Rated says, yeah, The Sims was a replica of Harry Potter, that version of The Sims. Can you guess my number 1?
Can I guess your number 1?
Mm-hmm.
GTA.
GTA didn't come out that year for me, though.
Oh, that's right, I forgot. Then no, I can't, because it must have been on that list of games that I...
To clarify what I meant by GTA not coming out the year, She had added that as the port version to the Xbox. GTA 3 had come out prior on the PlayStation 2. So no clue. Any guesses from chat? Somebody said Halo. Batman says Call of Duty. It was one of Lana's picks.
It was one of my picks? Wait, what?
Mm-hmm.
You already said SimCity 4.
I did.
So Pokemon Ruby then?
No. It didn't even get honorable mention for me.
You already said Jurassic Park, right? Or no?
We got two people in chat. You can't see chat, but two people in chat got it. Trevor and Rated both got it with Double Dash.
Oh, what? That's your number one?
Did you not? Do you not remember any of the Mario Kart streams on this channel? How much I gloated?
I know that like you're good at them. I would not have pegged that as your number one
for this year. Yes.
No. I thought you put that in your honorable mentions. I'll be honest with you. No. Okay. Cool.
This is possibly one of the best Mario Kart games besides 8. Rated says we know Travis better than Lana.
No, the problem is that after 14 years, I just ignore most of what he says. 16 years. I just ignore most of what he says.
That's true. No, I adore Mario Kart. I absolutely do. I've never been, like I said, I did put Need for Speed Underground on my list, but I've never been a big racing game fan. I did enjoy Daytona USA on the Saturn, but I'm not going to go out of my way for a racing game. Unless it's Mario Kart. I don't know what it is, but there's just something unique. And my voice is dying, yeah, and I still have one more episode to do. It's going to be rough.
I do know what your number one is for 2004.
Do you?
Not a question in my mind.
Well, stick with us because that's next. But yeah, Mario Kart Double Dash, I can't say enough good things about. This is my original copy from when I had a GameCube. Instruction manual, everything's still intact. There's even a Mario Kart DS instruction manual in here. Weird, because I don't have that game anymore. Surprised there are no Resident Evil on this list. Was there a Resident Evil game this year, though? I don't recall seeing one. And to be honest, I didn't like a lot of the spin-offs in the Resident Evil franchise. I like the mainline ones the best. 2 of them, what Resident Evil games came out this year? I'll wait for chat. I'm going to give a breakdown of what the best sellers were and the top games critically were for this year. This doesn't necessarily include games that were released in this calendar year. This is just the best selling and best rated games for that particular year. Number 10, SmackDown Here Comes the Pain. 9, Enter the Matrix. 8, Mario & Luigi Superstar Saga. 7, Mario Kart Double Dash. 6, GTA Vice City. Which, I need clarity on that, because that is not on my list. Oh, you know, it's for the year prior, excuse me, that's why it carried over. We talked about that on the last episode. Resident Evil 4 and Revelations came out in 2003.
What? I don't remember seeing those on my list because I would have played at least one of those, I think.
Outbreak I know of, but I didn't love it. Revelations is good, but it is not my favorite. 4, I'm shocked
Resident Evil 4 was released in 2005.
Okay.
It was released on the GameCube in 2005. Resident Evil Revelations was released in 2012.
I'm all confused then. Bullet, you got me confused. I don't know. Resident Evil 4 is a great game. I would have included that on my list if we were talking about it. Resident Evil 4 came out on the PS2. It did, but when? Let's look this up because we have the internet. Do you have that up?
That's what I was looking it up. Resident Evil 4, right? That's what we're saying?
Yep. Dead Aim, says Batman. I didn't play that one.
Resident Evil 5's initial release date was January 11th of 2005.
Resident Evil 4.
Yeah, Resident Evil 4. 2005 video game.
Okay.
The development began for PlayStation 2 in 1999,
Okay.
but it was announced as a GameCube exclusive and released in 2005. According to the Wikipedia for it.
All right, just for clarity on that, so we have avoidance of confusion. Because I would have added 4. Definitely. What other memories do you have from 2003? Obviously, end of high school.
Yep, I graduated in 2003. So, and then started college in August of that year at Grand Valley.
So transitional period of time in life, and as it seems, gaming was not a important part at that time. So some of these memories...
Literally the only games that are on my list that I played at the time would have been the 2 expansion packs, which is why they're number 1, because they're the ones, number 1 and number 2, because they're the ones that I have the most memories with.
Yeah.
But I don't think I touched a video game console until probably the year I met you, literally. And I'm not saying that to be funny. Like, I didn't play games. It wasn't on my radar. I went to, in high school, I played sports and I was in theater class and my friends and I went out and did stuff, and I didn't sit at home. If I was at home, I was playing The Sims on the computer. That was it. And once I went to school, I had The Sims on my computer, but I was so busy that I probably didn't do that as much, I was partying.
I mean, fair. Rated says that you were social. And Batman had their 30th birthday in August of 2003.
Yeah, I was definitely a social butterfly. So I didn't spend a whole lot of time sitting at home. And I didn't play video games very much. And when I met you, that all changed because you were very much into video games and...
Slightly.
Yeah. And you got me into games, We used to play Guitar Hero and stuff all the time. But before you, I really didn't play video games that much at all. So.
Rated says I was 12 in 2003. Batman says, so basically I was old in 2003 and older now. Bullet says 2004 was the first SmackDown vs. Raw. Are you sure? I thought 2006 was the first SmackDown vs. Raw. Or 2005. Bullet, where are you looking stuff up? Just out of curiosity.
SmackDown vs. Raw. The initial release date was November 2nd, 2004.
Oh, wow. So they transitioned from Here Comes the Pain right into SmackDown. I thought there was one more. Off topic says MX, is sports betting legal? Yeah, I believe they just legalized that here in Michigan.
Yes, they did. It's illegal here now.
Yeah, it wasn't before, but I think that's something they rolled out recently. He says bet. He's super excited about that. Well, good luck to you. I don't bet, but hopefully you have better luck than me.
This game, the SmackDown vs. Raw, is a sequel to 2003's WWE SmackDown Here Comes the Pain.
Okay.
But it came out in 2004, November of 2000.
Okay, and then they kicked off that franchise for several years.
Remember the game Raw 2 or whatever it was that we used to play? When did that even come out?
I want to say 2002. You could probably look that up.
We played that a lot.
We played that too much.
That came out in 2003, initial release date. That wasn't on the list.
I overlooked it. My bad.
Oh, wait a minute. There's no way we both overlooked that. How is that possible?
I don't know.
It was released for the Xbox console by THQ in 2003.
Honorable mention, Raw 2.
Yeah, I would have put that. I would have put that in my top 10 list.
That happens.
We played the crap out of that game.
So the fun about Raw 2 and having it on the original Xbox is you could do what we want to do with the show today, custom soundtracks. The customization suite wasn't amazing, but you could create your friends and create your characters from the game that are not in the game. I would look up guides on how to recreate people, and so they could be in the game. And there was literally hundreds of people you can put in there. Reddit says WWE Raw is the true number one. It's a great game. I need to get
We had fun.
I need to get an HDMI cable for that thing because I would play that now.
Rhino always ran out and attacked you for no reason.
Fucking Rhino. I swear.
It was always Rhino or Goldust attacking you.
Ladies and gentlemen, this has been, though, the year 2003 in video gaming. We hope you enjoyed it. Thank you for suffering through my rough voice on this episode, and which will be the next one as well. We're going to be doing these again in August, the first 2 Tuesdays in August. We're going to be doing double features again, which will be 2005, 2006, and then 2007, 2008. You're going to want to join us for those as well on Tuesdays. But stick with us tonight if you're here right now live. We're going to go to our outro trailer. We're going to go to a black screen for a few moments. We'll go back into our intro, and then we'll come back live. We're going to stay live streaming. We're not going to go off air, but you're going to see some of our transition screens while you wait for us to return for the next year. Lana, you staying with us?
If you want me to, I will stay, yeah.
Yep, and then we'll try to get Cody in as he becomes available to join us. So stick with us. We got the 2004 year 2004 in gaming coming up next. And for those that participated here, let me do a credit roll so far, because these are fun. Credit roll. Roll credits. Look at that. You can't see it, Lana, but pretty cool stuff. Shout outs to everybody. But stick with us. We're going to roll the credits. We're going to come back live. Back with you in a few minutes. And welcome back, everyone. This is the Dosage Podcast, episode 119. Thank you for sticking with us for those live, and I apologize for my terrible voice. Again, as mentioned in the prior podcast, We have children in school, and they brought home the nasties because they can't cover their damn mouth when they cough. Thank you. And I'm here live with the lovely Andrew Alana. How's it going?
Hey.
So we're going to be talking about the year 2004 in gaming. We have a lot to unpack, a lot of memories. We were both 19 years old that year, and it was just 1 year prior from meeting each other in real life.
IRL.
Rated says I got sick from staying up late. Yeah, you bastards for making me play Halo till midnight when I said I had to go to bed.
Did not tell me that. I don't feel bad for you. Jesus.
Yeah, I'm exhausted.
Oh, you poor thing.
It was Cody. I blame Cody. And he's not even here yet for me to bitch at him. Thanks, Cody. Jeez. Year 2004. Let's unpack this year. There's a lot. May 11th, Nintendo officially announced its Revolution, which was later named the Wii.
Whee!
August 3rd, Doom 3 is released, restarting the Breakthrough franchise, and it featured complex graphic features such as unified lighting and shadowing, real-time fully dynamic per-pixel lighting and stencil shadowing, and the game became ID's best-selling game to date. October 12th, EA Sports launches the multi-format FIFA Football 2005. It is the last major title to be released for the original PlayStation console. In November, Counter-Strike Source and Half-Life 2 are officially released on PC around the world, bringing in a new era for the first-person shooter genre of video games with advanced graphics and physics. Also in November, Nintendo launched its DS handheld in the United States with the enhanced remake of Super Mario 64 DS. December 12th, Sony launched the PlayStation Portable in Japan and was soon released in other markets in 2005. September, Acclaim declared bankruptcy and closed its doors. In December, Electronic Arts purchased a 5-year exclusive agreement for the rights to the NFL, which includes NFL teams, stadiums, and players for use in EA's football games. Also in December, EA purchased 20% stake in Ubisoft. The purchase at the time was considered hostile by Ubisoft. Cody says he's ready. Well, let's see if we can get him in then, so we can do our honorable mentions. Can he join our call? Do we have to go into? We have to go into a room probably. I'm gonna switch over. Lana, can you see if you can switch over to the live stream? Do live stream
like
Twitch.
What? What am I doing?
The channel in Discord.
Okay. So I'm hanging up?
Yep, I'm gonna switch there. And we'll see if we can get Lana in the call, and Cody as well, if he can hear us and join us. She went to the wrong one. But can we hear you now? Are you here with us?
I am here.
Cody is here. Lana, are you here?
You hear me?
I can hear you. Can you hear me?
Okay. Yay.
And we can hear Cody. Fantastic. One more audio test before we go.
Are you sick, sir?
I am.
You sound awful.
Yeah, I don't.
Yes, it does.
I don't feel great. Yeah, I felt fine yesterday. A little bit of a cough, like lingering, but nothing. And then today I woke up just like trash.
That's miserable.
Yeah, we can't see Cody. I don't think he's sharing his screen.
I can if you'd like me to.
Yeah, if you want. Let's bring him on then.
Second.
Live.
Turn on camera.
Nope, where are you going?
Hello.
There he is. Let's do this. Let's crop you. Crop you. Crop you. And Cody is in picture. There we go. Now you can see him. He's just looking down at his keyboard, though.
Hello.
So, yes, I sound like trash. Thank you, Cody. Welcome to the show.
Thanks for having me. A little late, but better late than never, you know?
Technically, you're on time for 2004,
True. True.
but for the stream in general, no.
Well, it's good because you would have absolutely hated my 2003.
Oh, Cody, it wasn't worse than mine. Whatever you did, it
Do you want
wasn't
to
worse than
hear?
mine.
Do you want to hear my 2003 before we get into
Yeah, power through your.
2004 more?
Yeah, let's
I
power through
kind
your
of
top
want
10.
to.
Oh, it's
Yeah.
it's bad. It's bad. I noticed how bad this was because I was being completely unbiased. Well, I guess it is biased because it's my opinion. But I wasn't like picking like the popular ones that people would think I would pick. But yeah, for number 10, I had Hulk. Hulk was an amazing game, first of all. Um, Number 9, I had Harry Potter Quidditch World Cup because that was a phenomenal game. Number 8, I had Attack and the Power of Juju. Number 7, I had Devil May Cry 2. Number 6, I had Midnight Club 2. Number 5, I had Need for Speed Underground. Number 4, I had Tony Hawk Underground. Number 3, I had Prince of Persia, Sands of Time. Number 2, I had Lord of the Rings, Return of the King. And my number 1, believe it or not, was Backyard Wrestling.
Oh, God.
Backyard Wrestling with, the Juggalos.
I mean, I said it was an honorable mention for me, but man.
I put hours and hours onto that game. I'm not gonna lie to you. It easily made my top 10 at number 1. Because, I mean, realistically, if we're talking wrestling games, that's probably one of the wrestling games I played the most of, to be completely honest.
Wow.
It just kept my attention, and the storyline of it was really fun. And yeah, I had a great time with Backyard Wrestling.
So what you're saying is we need a remaster.
Oh, absolutely. I would love a remaster of that.
There you go.
Fantastic.
Who made that game?
Who made Backyard Wrestling? That's a great question. I want to say it was THQ. I'm about to look that.
Who's now defunct.
Let's see. Backyard Wrestling.
While you're looking that up, we'll power through our honorary mentions for the year 2004. Lana seems to think she can predict my game for this year, by the way.
If the game that I know is not number 1, I'm going to run downstairs in the basement and punch you in the face. There's no way. There's no way.
Bet.
Hey,
All right, bet.
I found the developer and the publishers.
All right, what we got?
Developers was Paradox Development, and the publisher was Eidos Interactive.
Oh, Paradox.
So
and
Midway,
Eidos, I think
Midway made it.
Yeah, I think they're still around somewhat.
Yeah, Paradox is now Midway, LA.
So there you go. I'll kick off honorary mentions so you guys can talk for a while doing yours because I need a break from my voice.
I have no honorary mentions. I was lucky to get 10. So.
Damn it. All right, well, I'll go through with
my
mine.
pen.
While he searches for his pen, my honorary mentions are Red Dead Revolver, The Legend of Zelda Four Sword Adventures. Sorry, Lana. Paper Mario, The Thousand Year Door, which I have a copy of. Metroid Prime 2 Echoes. Mario Power Tennis. World of Warcraft. Mario Party 6. Star Wars Knights of the Old Republic 2, The Sith Lords. Another surprising one here. Kingdom Hearts Chain of Memories, which I have in the collection of the HD 1.5 remix, which was included. Another game that I've bought more than once. And WWE Day of Reckoning. Those are my honorary mentions. Lana has none.
Lana has none.
You struggled to make a top 10.
Struggled. Yeah. That's a good way of putting it.
Chat wants you to punch me anyways.
She probably will, if we're being honest. I don't think that it's gonna match up. Because I think I know what she's talking about, but there was a lot of good games that came out this year.
Yes, this was a solid year in gaming.
I can think of one other game that's going to compete with what I think your number one is going to
I
be.
guess we'll
So
find
I
out
think
as we
I
get
know.
closer. Stick with
Oh my god,
us.
I'm going to be so angry.
Stick with us.
So angry. Okay, anyway,
But
go
yes,
ahead.
Paper Mario is good. It's a good game. I hear chat right now or see chat talking about it. 2004 was a hard year to make a top 10 list of games. Yes, it was, Bullet. This was one of the more difficult ones. I had to really sit and think about my top 5 or 6. So things that you probably expected to be are probably not. And how I approached it was not necessarily my love today for these games, but what I genuinely played back then.
That's how my list is.
So, Lana, I don't know if that
I
changes your
I
opinion.
don't. I mean, it does because I just know I'm going to be mad at you by the time you get to number one, so it's fine.
Wow. Okay.
But I literally every single one of the games on this list, save for one game, I did not play at the time. Every single one of them. Every single game on this list, except for one, I did not play in 2004. I probably didn't play them until 5 to 10 years later than when they came out. So
Damn.
yeah.
Let's see. I have some honorable mentions.
Let's hear them.
I have The Suffering. I have Red Dead Revolver. I have Burnout 3. I have Sly 2 Band of Thieves, which if you watched 2001, the first Sly made it in my top 3. But this one did not. Did not even make my top 10. Tony Hawk Underground 2 did not make my top 10, even though Underground made my top 10 for the year prior. Yeah, that's it. That's my honorable mentions.
All right. Well, Lana, we'll have you go first, and then we'll kick it over to Cody and then myself, and we'll continue that rotation as we list our top 10 here for the year 2004. Go ahead, Lana.
Okay, my number 10 is Roller Coaster Tycoon 3. It was the first game that had the coaster cam where you could ride the ride as like a spectator. It had the peep cam so you could view your park as like a person walking around. And then it also had like timed fireworks. Create a fireworks show at the end of the night, kind of like what Disney has. Or you could have fireworks go off as your like coaster rode past them. And I always thought that was kind of fun.
That game is available on Nintendo Switch, by the way, for those wanting to play it, and it comes with the Soaked expansion, as well as the Wild expansion. I forget what that one's called.
Oh, it's like a water park, I'm assuming?
The water park and then the animal park.
Oh, okay.
We have it, by the way. The controls are not great, but we do have
Yeah,
it.
I don't remember.
It's-
When I played it, I think I played it on PC.
It would have been PC, which is easier for those type of games.
Yeah. But that's my number 10.
Good pick. Cody.
Oh, you ready to lose your mind
Oh, God.
that this made my top 10 list? My number 10 is SpongeBob SquarePants, the movie video game. What an amazing game. I was 10 years old. Let's bring that back. I was 10 years old at the time, and SpongeBob was obviously pretty big. I was at the phase where I was growing out of SpongeBob, but this is like the first SpongeBob video game that actually had good graphics, and it had a story to it, and it had good mechanics for driving and jellyfishing and a bunch of other stuff. Yeah, SpongeBob, the movie, the video game, gets my number 10. I put a lot of time into it.
Does it compare to Battle for Bikini Bottom?
Yes, because this came out the year after.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, but this was more because if I'm not mistaken, Battle for Bikini Bottom was more of like a Mario Party type game, correct?
Um,
There was a lot of mini games that were involved in it.
I don't know.
And then this one was strictly solo. This was complete storyline game, not a bunch of mini games.
You know, I can't say if I've played a SpongeBob game, and Ty is gonna hate me forever for that because he's giving you mad props right now.
Because I always trash talk SpongeBob because he brings up SpongeBob in every conversation.
No, he doesn't.
Everything goes back to SpongeBob.
I've never heard him do that.
Never? Wow, the sarcasm's real.
You can hear the sarcasm through this.
I can see it. I'm watching your video as well.
Oh, that's
Yeah.
awkward.
No, this one was good. I haven't played any of the ones after this, I don't think, because I know there's a new one that just came out last year.
Is that the
but I never played
remaster,
that.
like the HD one of Bikini Bottom?
I think so. It was something about Bikini Bottom. Bikini Bottom was definitely in the name.
Yeah, I do love a good Bikini Bottom.
Same.
My number 10, Super Mario 64 DS, because one of the greatest Mario games of all time in my hand, and I take it anywhere. Yes. And it looked fantastic on that dual screen. And you could actually play as more characters besides Mario, which was super cool. So Super Mario 64, if you've never had a DS, you just wouldn't get it. You wouldn't understand. And if you didn't grow up playing Super Mario 64, you also would not understand the, I guess, just sheer ingenuity of what they accomplished. It is just a great game. I can't give enough props to Super Mario 64. 25 years of that game, by the way. That's crazy. Rated says number 10, MVP Baseball 04.
Yeah, I know. We try to stay away from the yearly sports games because they're all very, very similar. Like if you go from '04 to '05, there's not much of a change there besides a little thing here or there.
Yeah, that's my general feeling on a lot of
Yeah.
sports games.
That's why I try to stay away from Madden. I try to stay away from, even though one of my top franchises ever is NCAA football. Um, I'm not gonna ever have it on the top 10 just because they were all very similar. I mean, you played your 4 years, you did some tests, and
Now that stopped in
uh,
what, 2013?
maybe 2012
Was it 2012? Okay.
might have been 2012.
Because I know like copies of whatever the last one is like insane in price.
Yeah, actually, they may have gone to 14 if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, rated says 14.
Yeah, because I remember it being a Michigan State player. I can't remember what player, but there was a player from Michigan State on there. Or am I completely wrong?
I don't know.
I think I remember Michigan State player.
No, it's regular Michigan. There he is.
Oh, see, that's the problem. Michigan killed it.
Yeah. I knew it was Michigan.
They haven't been a good team in a long time. They killed them.
Let's not. I need them to make money so I can make money. So can we just move on?
It's true. We're like 5 minutes from their stadium, so
My
Oh.
hotel is the closest hotel to U of M Stadium, so I need them to not suck so I can make some money this year. That'd be great.
Bullet says Blinks 2 for their number 10. Lana, what is your number 9?
My number 9 is Pokemon Fire Red and Leaf Green, which I think are the first versions of the original game that I actually played.
Yeah, they're
Like I think I played this
remakes.
remastered version. Yeah. Obviously Charmander is my starter because that's the only acceptable starter, but I think this is the first time that I played the original games, even though it was a remaster or whatever.
Those are great games. I didn't even give them honorable mentions. Shame on me.
Shame on you. That's all I got.
My number 9 was Mafia.
Mmm.
I was very into the Mafia at this time frame. Like the whole ideology. Why I can't say that word right now. Yeah,
Ideology.
but there it is. But yeah, I was big into the Mafia in general. at this point in time and doing a lot of research on it. And this was a game that I could be a member of the Mafia and have family battles and everything. This was right up my alley.
The King
And again,
family.
it was also made by the same people who make Grand Theft Auto. So it had a good feel to it and everything like that.
Now, were you a Sopranos fan then?
No, I didn't get into The Sopranos until like late teenage years. So I was only 10 when this came out.
Gotcha. That show's probably a bit too much as far as content is concerned for a 10-year-old.
Yeah, I
Makes
was 10, 11 years old in 2004.
My number 9, not as good as the first. This, to me, was the decline in the franchise. Tony Hawk's Underground 2. It had characters I liked. I believe Bam was in this one. Bam Margera, for those that don't know.
Because there's another Bam that you're talking about, or
Yeah, Bam from the Flintstones.
Bam Bam Bigelow.
Bam Bigelow
Bam,
from
okay.
WWF.
All right. I've
WCW.
been corrected.
It's fine. I couldn't say a word, so and I'm not even gonna try. I'm just gonna call it the word from now
The
on.
word.
It's true. So yeah, this was a decline in the franchise for me. Still a fun game, as a good chunk of the Tony Hawk games are, but unfortunately, this is for me where it started falling off. The cool thing about these games, and if I'm remembering this wrong, please tell me, but you could get off and walk.
You could.
Cool. Like, am I remembering this right?
Mhm.
But they were
Yeah,
fun.
you could do the same thing in Underground 1
Yep.
as well.
And then American Wasteland was one of the last ones I played for years. Because then they got gimmicky. They had like the Wii games with the board and all this. It was just bad.
But yeah, that got bad.
But yeah, that's my number 9. 9 for Bullet is Silent Hill 4 The Room. Scary game. Lana, back to you for 8.
For number 8. My number 8 is The Legend of Zelda Four Swords Adventures. Pretty sure I played this on the DS. Like a port of it on the DS, I think. Obviously well after it came out. But I do remember like the diamond formation that you made so that if 4 of you were playing at the same time, you could all 4 be fighting somebody.
Mm-hmm.
And I remember it would have hooked up. You could hook up your Game Boy Advance to the GameCube with like a cord
Yep, the
or
Game Boy
something
player.
like that. Yeah, and there were parts of the game that you couldn't access unless you had that connection or
Damn
something
you,
along.
Nintendo, for doing that.
Yeah,
They want you to
but
buy
I had
their
fun
shit.
with it. I mean, it was a fun Zelda game, which most of them are.
Yeah. Yeah, it's a good one. We have a version of it on our 3DS right now.
Okay, I was gonna say I thought it was on the DS that I played it.
Yeah.
So
Oh,
Yowie wowie!
what?
yowie, wowie.
Vincent.
Before I get into
Oh.
my number 8. My number 8 is another one that's probably going to shock you because it wasn't that popular of a game. But I put a lot of time into it. It was Samurai Jack Shadow of Aku. Samurai Jack was very big at this time. I'm surprised it didn't go longer, to be honest with you. It was a good show.
Was that Cartoon Network?
It kind of. It was Toonami.
Tsunami, okay.
So kind of.
Yeah, I vaguely remember it. I didn't ever watch it, but I vaguely remember it.
Yeah, but this was a good game, and it was just a simple 2D platformer. But yeah, I put a lot of time into this for being just a standard 2D platformer.
Bullet says The Suffering. Ty says Super Tie Ball. It's not a game.
Super tie ball.
It's not a
Jesus,
game.
tie. Oh, tie.
That's not a game. My number 8, I have Show and Tell for some of my picks. Because I collect.
Because you're braggadocious.
No, I collect things. I have a problem. Batman says tie cart. My number 8 is Star Wars Battlefront. It had Xbox Live for the original Xbox. You could play online, live online enabled. Honestly, though, like, if it wasn't for this game, we wouldn't have gotten the current ones that we have now. Because this game was phenomenal. I don't know what else to say other than it's Star Wars, and you got to battle in major battles and major backdrops from the films at the time. If you could find this game, play it. It's a must-have. Number 7, Lana.
All right, my number 7 was Mario Party 6.
Why didn't you make that your 6th pick?
Oh, missed opportunity. It was the first time that you could play as Toadette, and it was the last game where you could play with autoplay, where you could turn it on and have all 4 players just be AI and watch other people play the game. It was the last game that allowed you to do that. And all future games, there had to be at least one human player to move to play the game. Basically.
Really? That's stupid. I'm a party by myself.
But I just love the Mario Party games. I think they're a blast.
A blast, a blast. Bullet says number 7 for them was Chronicles of Riddick.
Well, be ready for the new Mario Party because that's going to have games and boards from the past.
I'm excited.
Ooh, that'll be so fun. I'm excited.
Super.
Yeah, it's going to have over 100 classic minigames that we all know and love.
And hate.
I was hate stuff, but that's fine because he's a grouch.
Yeah, we're gonna end up fighting when we do a community night.
I'm excited to fight. I like
the
fighting.
end of DNA is coming due to Mario Party.
It's about damn time.
Travis, the control thrower, is about to be exposed.
My number 7 is. Can you hold that box up again? Star Wars Battlefront is my number 7 pick. Again, it was just a great game. This was the first Star Wars game that I actually really enjoyed. Yeah, there's not much more to say about it. I mean, it wasn't as good as the second one. It was a good game.
Yeah, second one's really good, but this one was fun. Number 7 for me, Ray did mention this in the last podcast because it was a pick for me, but this is the sequel to that, Need for Speed Underground 2. This was the final Need for Speed game that I was excited for and or played. I take that back. I have played some of the other ones, but not really. Not like this one. It had the customization, had the good soundtrack, had pretty good cars, had a decent story. And then that was it. I don't know what happened. I just kind of fell out of this genre, other than Mario Kart. So, yeah. Bullet says, I hope we can do a community night on Borderlands. That'd be fun.
That would be fun. I'd do that.
Number 6. No, God damn it, Ty. No.
Battle Cry, One Winged Angel.
Battle tie. Missed opportunity. Battle tie.
Battle Ty. Yeah, that was a missed opportunity. Damn it, Ty.
Do you have that like as a button somewhere that you can just click? He does. I know he does because he has it for NAW.
I don't know if you heard it or not.
I didn't hear it.
I couldn't hear it, no.
I just hit it. You're welcome.
Did chat hear it? Chat.
Yep. Batman's LOL.
What are we on? Number 6 now?
Yep.
Yeah.
Back to
Lana's
line
so-
for number 6. Good Lord.
My number 6 is World of Warcraft.
Ooh.
Hey.
Yeah. I, again, did not play this until well after it came out. I don't think it was until, 2008, 2009, Trav, that we got this game and played it.
Yep.
I really liked it. Now, I'm not willing to pay, a monthly fee to play a video game, so I only got as far as, the free parts of the game would let you go. But I liked it a lot, and I could see how you could get really addicted to it and want to play it all the time. We just literally had $0 at that time, so it wasn't something in our budgets that we were gonna, pay to play or whatever. But
We were
it was
eating
fun.
the tuna we were sharing with the cats.
Yeah, we literally bought tuna fish because the cats and us could eat it at the same time.
It was rough.
Definitely didn't have.
Leroy Jenkins.
Yeah, but I can definitely see how it was a super fun game, and I enjoyed what I did get to play of it. So, it hits all the right spots for me. Fantasy, RPG. I mean, it was fun.
Cody and the cat.
My number 6 is NFL Street 2. Yeah, this was just a really fun game in general because it was 7-on-7 football with actual guys from the NFL. Like, you could pick specific guys. They had wide receivers, they had running backs, they had quarterbacks, and then 3 linemen. It just felt like a pickup game. And at this age, I was doing a lot of pickup games of football, and this just hit all the right things. You could play on a beach, you could play on makeshift fields, in alleyways. It was just a really good feeling football game, which and it wasn't like a simulation game because we haven't had really any popular arcade style sports games besides Blitz, which ended around this time frame. So this was really what picked up when Blitz was going out the door was NFL Street. So yeah, I highly enjoyed it.
It was also the ending of the era of these games because of the exclusive rights for Madden.
That's true. NFL Street did get a number 3 though.
Might have been in the next year that we're doing. Stay tuned for that.
Mm-hmm.
Question.
Cinco on the cover.
So
Yes.
you mentioned it had quarterbacks, halfbacks. Did it have Chad Kroger?
Oh my god, that is a terrible joke. Nickelbacks.
Hey.
That's bad. That's just bad.
Is it just too bad? It's too late.
Yeah. Oh my god.
You really should just take a photograph of this and walk away.
Oh god, then I would be a rock star.
You know how that
Oh. reminds
me?
Oh shit.
That it's
We have gone too far.
Oh.
oh my god, that was bad.
It was bad, but it was really good.
It was. All right.
Moving on. What are we at? 6? Yes. Roller Coaster Tycoon 3. So that was brought up already. Exactly what Lana expressed. It's a fun game. It's a theme park builder. You can't go wrong with it. It's still fun to this day. As I mentioned, it's on the Switch now. And I've played it. And the only thing I don't like is the controls. But it's still fun. Once you get familiar with the controls, it's fine. But it's rough. But yeah, number 6. Back to you, Lana. Number 5.
All right. Number 5.
Wait. Sorry. I gotta interrupt you. Bullet said number 6, Mortal Kombat Deception, the game that changed the Mortal Kombat for the better. All right. Uh-oh.
Excuse me. I'm sorry.
She's getting the sickness.
I'm down with the sickness.
She beat me to it.
Sorry, Cody. Okay. Number 5 for me was Pikmin 2. It removed the time limit to beat the entire game of the first one, which I really hated. I hate that pressure, which is probably why I never got into that one Zelda game where you have to save the world within 12 hours or whatever it is.
Majora's Mask. Yes.
But it removed that time limit, so you had as many days as you needed to finish the game. Obviously, it was updated. There was 2 additional Pikmin that you found. But it was still a really, really fun game. I had a lot of fun with that game.
Man, I try to get into those games, and I can't.
There's a lot of strategy. It's one of those games which I know slap me on the wrist or whatever, but I like using a guide for them just to make sure I don't miss anything and I go in the right direction and I don't get lost. I don't know. I like them. I think they're fun. They're like those mind numbing games where you just play them and you don't really have to think about anything else. You just play the game, you go here, you go there, you pick up what you got to pick up. I think they're fun. I like them.
Just so you know, we both did synchronized wrist slapping.
We did. That was weird.
My number 5 is one that you brought up. It was Need for Speed Underground 2. Same thing. It kind of changed street racing games for the better. All the customizable things and everything like that. But another big thing that I really like this one for is that this got brought to a bunch of arcades, and this is what I used to play at the bowling alley. Was Need for Speed Underground 2 in the arcade version. So that's really what I remember, not just the console version, but I also remember going to the bowling alley weekly because my mom was in a league and playing Need for Speed Underground 2 on the actual, whatever they would call it, the driving booth thing.
That's funny that you mentioned that because one of my fondest memories growing up for some of the games I played was when I got to go to bowling night. I would get a bunch of quarters from the guys, all the dads, so I didn't bother them. And then I would play games like Contra, Super Mario 2, other stuff from that time period in the arcade. So it must be that generation is what you did. You hung out at the bowling alley and shipped your kids off to go play arcade.
Yeah.
Your parents were really nice. My mom never would have taken us to the bowling alley with her. That was like her time. No way, Jose, would we have been able to go.
Well, at this time, my mom put me in the kids' leagues too. So while she was going, I had a league at the same time.
Oh, that's fun though that you got to go and
A league.
Yeah, but mine was always much faster because it's not as uniform either. There's less kids there than adults.
Yeah,
So.
yeah.
But it was still fun.
A league of their own.
We're on it tonight.
Okay. I do remember going like to the roller skating rink and playing the Simpsons arcade game. I played that a lot.
Yes.
That was fun because I was always Marge with a vacuum cleaner. I always loved hitting the bad guys with a vacuum cleaner.
She still loves hitting people with vacuum cleaners.
That's
true.
impressive.
It's true. And our vacuum cleaner is heavy, so.
Yeah, it's true. Please, please, please let there be a pre-order available this week for that damn arcade. I'm trying to snag one from Arcade One Up. We'll see. My number 5. You went, Cody, yes, because you explained.
Yes.
Okay. My brain's foggy. You just literally said Need for Speed. My number 5 is Metal Gear Solid 3 Snake Eater. This, I'm going to get hate for this, but up until this point, this might be my least favorite in the franchise. And I don't think I truly appreciated it until later, where I fully understood the story and the importance of it by getting the sequels that we got. But it was still a very solid game. Pun intended. But yes, Metal Gear Solid 3 Snake Eater for the PS2, my number 5. Bullet says my number 5 is Doom 3. Back to you, Lana.
My number 4 is Paper Mario: The Thousand-Year Door. If this is the one I think where he turns into a paper airplane to fly across like gaps and stuff.
Yes.
And I think this is the first Paper Mario game I played, and I just adored it, which is hilarious because I usually don't really love turn-based games, but for some reason I loved this game. And I think after I played this game, I consumed like every Paper Mario game that I could get my hands on, which I think there's only like 3 or 4, so that wasn't a lot. But
you did. We went on the Wii shop and got the 64 one. We then got the Wii one that had come out. And then we've continued to buy them ever since.
Yeah, I loved these games. They were a lot of fun.
I think the only one you didn't play was Sticker Star on the 3DS.
Yeah, I think you're right. I think that's the only one I haven't played.
My number 4 is GTA San Andreas.
It's a good game.
This is really the first first GTA game that I got into. Obviously because of the age that I was. But I mean, yeah, I mean, this was very gang oriented and everything like that as well, which for a kid, you just like the violence and everything like that that comes with the GTA games. Um, so yeah, that's why GTA San Andreas gets my number 4. It's probably still one of my favorite GTA games to date.
I definitely still go back and play it. My number 4. Have I said what you predicted yet, Lana?
Not yet.
You're not running down here to slap me yet?
Not yet.
Okay. Are you ready? You might be.
Oh my god.
Oh. Number 5 for Ty is Thai Theft Auto.
Well played.
Gosh.
Yeah. Oh, he's going on. His number 4 is Ty May Cry. Jesus. Number 4 for Bullet is Fable. I like you, Bullet, because my number 4 is Fable. This is a
You
good.
running yet?
No. No.
I was
That's
waiting
not.
for the foot stomps.
No.
I think the
I'll be
power's
honest
trying to
with you,
come back on.
I don't think I've ever played this game. I played Fable 3, obviously, but I don't think I ever went back and played the first couple. So.
Well, they have the anniversary edition on Game Pass.
Oh, do they?
They do. So you should play it because
It's a great game.
yes. Yes. Like I love the humor that's infused with this game. It's so good. Go back and play it. It's a game that's aged pretty well. I got this from Destiny Games for $10. It's still, like I said, remember, I keep the receipts. I had purchased this on April 17th, 2011.
That was after we moved here. Destiny Games, that's that one that's.
In Ford Road on Canton.
Yeah. Okay.
Yep.
All right.
Who helped me that day? Cashier 4.
It was the same cashier that's always there, the dude.
Yeah. He runs the place.
I bet.
I had bought this and Ultimate Fighting Championship for the Dreamcast.
Oh, jeez.
Good game, Fable. Get it. That's my number 4. I want that series to come back so bad. It is, supposedly. Not by the same studio, but it'll return one day. Back to you for number 3, Lana.
My number 3 is GTA San Andreas. For one, it has my name in it, so it's already awesome. And for 2, this is like the first Grand Theft Auto game that I actually remember. I remember some of the people in it, and the amount, like the voice cast that's in it is absurd. It is. There's like, I think this game has a Guinness Book of World Records for the amount of voice actors that they used.
Really?
There's like a bazillion. Like Samuel L. Jackson is in it. Ice-T is in it. Like there is just so many voice actors in this game that you recognize, and the story is really, really good. You know, and it's. I mean, it's dated now, but it was pretty back then, and it wasn't too hard for me either. Which some of the other GTA's are really, really hard.
I don't know.
So
that first mission where you have to escape on a bike.
On a bike. But it's a fun game. The story is really, really good. You know, he goes back because his mom dies, and like it's a good game. I had fun with it. I mean, I don't think I've ever beat it or anything like that, but I enjoyed it. Getting to switch through all the radio stations, and you know, it's fun. It's a fun game.
Good choice. Number 3 for Ty is Ty Extreme Wrestling. G-Ty A. This is Batman.
Oh my gosh.
Y'all are crazy.
Well, my number 3 is Def Jam Fight for Ty. No, Fight for New York. Yeah, this is still a game that I go back and play every now and then. Those Def Jam fighting games were amazing. Yeah, there's not much more to say about that, but being able to choose some of the most popular rappers and R&B artists at the time, and have them fight, that was just something just revolutionary to me.
I liked Def Jam Rap Superstar game.
That was a
That
good
game
game
was
too.
fun.
It was a lot of fun. Having people over drinking and exposing them for their lack of rap skill. Good times.
I think I still have that game somewhere with the gold microphone.
Oh man.
I'd have to find it.
If we didn't get copyright strikes, that would be so fun to stream. Might have to do it anyway sometime. Just say screw it.
Yeah, I mean, we did E3 without getting one, so that's impressive enough.
True. True. I just got flagged on YouTube for my child dancing to a Bruno Mars song. They
Where he
flagged
pulls
me.
his pants down.
That's the one.
I laugh so hard when he dropped the pants like the monkeys.
Oh, he does the
And
other
then I
part
love-
too.
I love how he walks up to you and he's like, my pants. Like, yeah, he pulled him down, bud.
He puts his hand in his pants too during that part of the song. I'm just like, bro.
And you're just like, oh, you lost your pants? Oh, just pull them up. He didn't lose them. He pulled them down.
He pulled him down. He knew what he was doing.
You don't know. He's a crazy kid. Oh man. He's gonna be so embarrassed when this all gets brought up again when he graduates. Why did you film everything, Dad? Because it's what I do.
For this reason, right here.
I mean, I film myself doing this stuff for years. I'm gonna film you guys doing everything you do. Everything in life is documented now, whether it's a Facebook post or social media or something. We're literally
Like you,
living.
I don't waste all these people's time
Tag title contender.
bitching and moaning and bitching
Wait a second.
and bitching and bitching and
We got some
bitching
bitching.
and
You know something?
bitching
You know
and
something?
bitching
You know
and
something?
bitching and
It's the and
bitching
bitching.
Oh, bitching
and bitching and bitching. Are you bitching?
Are you finished? Yes. The Good Brothers.
The Good Brothers.
Who is the Good Brothers?
Carl Anderson and Doc Gallows.
Why are they coming to Gnaw?
I wonder.
Questions. We'll have answers. Thursdays on NAW. Shameless self-plug. Continuing on. Whose turn?
I believe it's yours for number 3.
Yeah, I think it's yours for number 3.
For 3? All right. You ready, Lana?
For the smack.
I'm waiting.
You're giving me some serious anxiety.
I'm loving it. I love getting you all stressed
I
out.
like McDonald's.
I'm just waiting for the power trying to come back on. What movie reference?
The power trying to come back on. Oh, like Jurassic Park?
Dude, she got it. Look at that. All right. Number 3. The Sims 2. No reaction.
shuffling.
No reaction. I'm waiting.
No, not yet.
Well, now I know what your number 1 is easily.
Easily, huh?
That's what I said. I said
Yeah,
it's
now I know what
easy.
it is.
And if I'm wrong, I'll punch you in the face.
It might make your number 2, but I don't think so.
Okay.
I know what his top 2 are, I think.
Okay, we'll find out. But The Sims 2, this added a lot to the game that desperately needed updates. Kira says, I love The Sims. Yes, Sims great franchise. 2 really kind of set the pace for what would be to come as a standard for the games. I mean, I think a lot of it had to do with the hardware. Like, PCs really stepped it up during this time period, too, on what they could handle and perform. So, it was a great game. Sims 2, great game. Lana, number 2.
Okay, my number 2 is Halo 2. You could dual wield needlers, which is the bomb.com, and the matchmaking where you could actually, like, choose different things to matchmake with. I thought that was really fun. Like I remember watching my friends play like on a 4 screen in like the original Halo, but obviously that was like very basic matchmaking. And this one, there was different match types, and you could choose, different types of games to play. And I mean, let's be honest, dual wielding. That's the main thing that I love about this game. I think it's great. It expanded the story too. Like the story is really, really good. It's easily one of my like top 10 games of all time, probably.
Wow.
But it's really, really good. And I like that game. I think I've said that about every fucking game on this list. Sorry, I repeat
You
myself.
have, but most importantly, like you said, matchmaking. That's huge. Huge.
Huge.
Huge.
And my number 2 is also Halo 2.
Yeah.
Same reasonings. The matchmaking, dual wielding needlers. If you watch the stream, you know my favorite gun is the needler.
Same.
That's the gun I always go off with whenever I get it. Yeah, Halo 2 is great. I mean, I've already spoken of my love of Halo and what it means to me, in general, the entire franchise. Unfortunately, this one didn't make my number 1, but it did. It still made it in the top 2, which is still a big deal.
Bullet says their number 2 is SmackDown vs. Raw.
Did that come out in 2004? I
Yeah,
know Here Comes the Pain did.
No, that was 2003. We talked about in the
Was
last week.
it?
Yeah. I know there was confusion because I thought SmackDown vs. Raw was later, but
I thought it was too. Yeah.
Oh, it is on my honorable mentions on 2003.
yeah. Oops. Well,
Interesting.
my number 2. I'm waiting for Lana. I'm really nervous right now. She can't even see the screen, can you?
No, I can't. I can see Cody, but I can't see yours. I can't see your screen.
Okay. Ty says his number 2 is
I know.
Tie
I
down
think
vs.
it's
Raw.
one of two. It's one of two. And I just hope you choose correctly, so I don't have to be mad at you for like a week. So.
Choose correctly.
I'm just kidding.
She's kidding, but for real though.
Batman says Halo 2 and there's a smack coming.
If it's Halo 2, I think everybody should get 20,000 strands just for being here because all of us had Halo 2 as number 2. Just saying.
It's not, though.
It's not.
No, it's not.
It is!
What? What?
It is!
I am filing for divorce tomorrow. Just
Whoa.
Well, everybody
What?
should get some strands here because all of us got Halo 2 at number 2.
It's your number 2.
Because it's Halo 2. It's number 2.
I would have pinned this for your number 1 easily. Like I was fully confident on the inside. I'm disappointed in myself.
Nope. Halo 2. Like you said, I even have the 2-month free trial for Xbox Live scratched off in here.
Well, yeah, because we couldn't afford it at the time. There was no way we could have paid for that.
Give me a 20K, says Ty. I mean, like you guys said, this game can't get enough praise. The only downfall is the story, because half the story you are Covenant, you're the Arbiter, you are not Master Chief, which was my complaint with the campaign for Halo 5. You are Locke, you're not Master Chief for 8 out of 10 missions or whatever the ratio is. I wanted to play as Master Chief more, but the online saves this game, and it really makes it just incredible. It might be the best Halo game. I go back and forth with this one and Halo 3 a lot, just because the memories made with both of these games. But it's definitely deserving of number 2 compared to my number 1. And I'm comparing this of this time period.
I know what your number 1 is now. I'm still going to be mad about it, but I know what it is.
But I'm comparing it to this time period. If I were to make this list for what I would be playing today,
We're about to do number 1 rated.
I would probably swap this number 2 with my number 1, to be honest. So.
Nope,
All
just
right.
in time.
Number 1, Lana.
My number 1 is The Sims 2.
Good choice.
Yeah. I'm obsessed with the Sims series. I have every single one of them somewhere in my life. This one was 4 discs to install it. 4 discs.
Unless you had the DVD version.
It came in this giant box with 4 discs, and I remember trying to install it and being so stressed out that something was going to fail out or not work. I would have been devastated.
You could just reinstall it.
This game introduced the aspiration system. So your Sims aspired to do something in their life, whether it was like family related or, work related or whatever. The Sims were able to pass through 7 different life stages. In the first game, when you had a baby, it never became not a toddler. It was always a toddler. It never grew up. In this game, it was a baby, then a toddler, then a child, then a teen. And eventually, when they added expansion packs, it became a young adult and went to college, and then became an adult, and then an elder, and then eventually it would die, depending on how many days you had the life cycle set up as. And the babies that you could have took on the genetic characteristics of their parents. So if, for example, I created myself and Travis in the game, whatever characteristics I used to make us, they would meld those together to create a baby. In the first game, it was just this randomly generated, baby that turned into a randomly generated toddler. In this game, it took those genetics and made a baby that was based off of the 2 of you.
Why did our babies always look like Cody then?
We don't need to talk about that on stream.
His face right now.
The Sim males in this game you can aspire to be abducted by aliens. So one of the things that you could do is get like a telescope, and you could be obsessed with watching the sky and eventually discover aliens. And the males in the game could be abducted by aliens and get impregnated and then give birth to a half alien baby in the game.
It's a weird kink.
It is very strange. This game introduced career rewards. It introduced a day and a week cycle. So you went to work on 5 of the 7 days of the week and you were home for 2. It introduced the cleaning skill, a variety of meal options depending on the time of day you were trying to cook, exercise clothing, the ability for your body shape to change by your diet and exercise choices in the game. And it also introduced foundations for the houses. So you could have like a front stoop or a front porch, or your house would be a little bit elevated. And it also introduced cutscenes for specific events, like your first kiss, your first woohoo, when you had children, if you got abducted by aliens. And then in the expansions, that expanded even more to some of the other firsts that you could do. So going to school or getting an A or, whatever it was in all of those expansion packs. So it was this huge, huge change to the franchise. The cheat code for money changed in this game. In the original game, it was like $C or something like that. In this game, it became Motherload. So it was just this huge game and then with the expansions and the stuff packs, it just became this gigantic thing, and it's so much fun. I would still go back and play this game. I mean, I would play all the Sims games, let's be honest. But
yeah, this definitely set the standard for games to come from here on for the franchise, and continuing to use so many of those elements in all the games now.
Yeah. Yep.
Now we're at number 1. My number 1 is one of my favorite franchises of all time. They need to hurry up with the 4th. Fable gets my number 1 spot. There's not much to say other than this was just the start of an amazing franchise. It still holds up today. So Lana, please go on the Game Pass and get that and play this game, because it is absolutely amazing, and it gives you a very, very high expectation for the new one that they've been hinting at for a very, very long time. But yeah, Fable is my number 1. It's an amazing series, amazing game in general. If it wasn't for Fable, Halo 2 would have gotten the number 1 spot, but it is here.
I'm going to have to check it out.
You really should.
I loved 3. I had a blast with 3. I've just never played any of the other ones.
What do they call
you should definitely play 1 and 2.
They call him a chicken talker or something. What do they call him? I forget what they tease him.
I don't remember.
Ty's number 1 is Super Tie World 64.
Okay.
Yeah.
John Field?
Bullet says their number one is San Andreas. Kiro says Fable's great, but Anniversary was kind of meh. Specifically, they took away the character creations, so it was not really making your own story. And my number one, I bought this on January 15th, 2009, because I had it originally on the PS2. Then I rebought it for the original Xbox for $17.99. San Andreas.
I knew it. I knew that your top two would be Halo or San Andreas. I knew that. I just honestly thought you'd put Halo at number one. I'm a little disappointed.
Here's the thing, though. I definitely put more time into San Andreas than I did Halo 2 at the time. And it was for the reasons. I didn't have consistent Xbox Live back then. I had played through the story, and I just kind of was done with it. It was fun, but the online was where the fun was really at. San Andreas, I could get lost in this world and really kind of fully customize my character. I'm getting booed. Jeez. You could fully customize your character for the first
Halo
time in the
over
series by
GTA.
getting haircuts, tattoos. You could spend time in the gym to get in shape. You could eat fast food to get fat. You could do gang warfare, as mentioned. You could play mini games at the bar. You could play pool. I believe darts. Arcade games. There was just so much to do, and I loved the world, which is why I love GTA 5, because San Andreas, that area, is so neat. It's got such a unique variety compared to where Liberty City is, where it's just literally all city. Or Vice City, which is a ton of water, beach, and then city. San Andreas had at the time the biggest map to date, and just so much sandbox content to mess with. And the gunplay was a lot better. The story was in depth. I loved the soundtrack. And it was just a more interesting character than Tommy was in 3 in Vice City. Not that they were bad, but this was just a more compelling story. And I couldn't even relate to it, but it was just interesting. It was fun. And it had the biggest controversy, too, with the hot coffee thing.
Was that with San Andreas? I couldn't remember what game it was with.
It was.
So it was fun. And it definitely set the bar high for what would be GTA 4 and then GTA 5, which they continue to improve and setting the bar higher and higher, which I can almost guarantee is why it's been 10 years since another GTA. Because how do you top 5? I don't think you can.
I mean, they'll do it.
I'm sure they will, but that is a task.
Yes. 6 is going to be. I mean, after this long, you either make a great game or you destroy your franchise.
Yeah,
Yep.
that's where they're at. And we got a goal. The thing that I fear, that I'm most concerned about, is this new trend as the goal continues. Jesus. So the thing I fear is this trend of gaming as service. Obviously with GTA Online, that's basically what they're doing. I worry that's what 6 will become. I want their focus to be the main game and then online be extra. Because they nailed it with GTA Online, but they didn't with Red Dead. Which worries me.
Red Dead was such a great career mode, though. Or not career mode, but storyline.
Right. And that's what they're known for, is their stories.
Yeah, they didn't do great with that online. But I mean, you already have like the foundation set for a great online. You've been updating this online for 10 years now. There's really, like, if they screw up the online, then that just ruins everything that they've done the past 10 years.
Yeah. Well, they're getting more time because this fall the games are coming to the new consoles and online too. So it's the GTA 6 is not coming anytime soon. Kira says from what she read, the new GTA will have a female protagonist. Now I don't care what I play, and I do think it's time for a female. Yeah, I agree. They should have had a female as one of the 3 playable in GTA 5. So to close out the episode like we do, I'm going to rank the top 10 bestsellers for 2004. Number 10, ESPN NFL 2K5. Number 9, Halo Combat Evolved. Yes, the first Halo. It's probably people just excited for the second one, to be honest with you.
Probably.
Number 8, Spider-Man 2. Number 7, NBA Live 2005. Number 6, Pokemon Fire Red. Number 5, Need for Speed Underground 2. Also on this list, to clarify, number 10 was NFL 2K5 on the Xbox. Number 4 is 2K5 on the PS2. Number 3, Madden NFL 2005. Number 2, Halo 2. And number 1, San Andreas. Not surprising.
No.
Any final
Makes
thoughts on the year 2004, though, before we end this here?
No.
You guys all sound so defeated.
A little bit. A little bit.
Oh, God.
You're welcome. I want to see a dance out of you. Hey, get it. Get it. Get
Is it the chicken dance? Or
It's the chicken dance.
okay. I hate that weird moaning one that weirds me out.
I wish I had my OBS open so I could hear it. But I'm glad I don't. Because I could get spammed with different noises like I normally do. It's so long. That's what she said.
Oh. Well, that was fun. Thank you guys for letting me participate.
Well, you saved us a little bit because, you know, my job is unpredictable.
I know how it works with me.
Yeah, I work a commission sales job, so I get what I get. And most of the time, homeowners are obviously home after they work. So I work weird hours sometimes. So
Makes sense.
Well, that was something. Ladies and gentlemen, though, this has been year 2004. My voice is destroyed. Cody, I'm asking you now in advance.
yes,
Would you like to host the stream tomorrow for Halo?
I can. I will tell you I have a 6 o'clock again, so it would be late.
All right. So heads up, we might be late. I may, if for some miraculous reason, have a voice back. I may host. Highly unlikely, to be honest, knowing me, because man flu is real.
It is.
You just do
very
it with
real.
headphones on, and I mean, the rest of us will talk. Like we don't need you to host.
What?
She said we don't need
Lana,
you.
Lana
She
says
said
she'll host. So there
Yeah,
you go.
she said she's gonna host.
From my bed up here upstairs, sure.
We might get more views.
I doubt it.
I'll watch that show.
Okay, moving on.
All right, though. Tomorrow, join us, Halo Night. I don't know what time we'll start or who's hosting. As always, turn on notifications. Follow us on social media. That's the best way to stay up to date with what's happening in the world of DNA. And join our Discord to continue the conversation off air. And Ty will carry the commentary. Somebody needs to. My voice is dead. I am done. And this has been the year 2004 in gaming. Tune in next week, Tuesday, as we will be reviewing the video game film Doom.
Bye.
Till next time, guys. Thank you, Cody. Thank you, Lana, for filling in. And have a good night, everybody.
Bye.